It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Broncos and the football team, and it's coming up next.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Denver Broncos. As always, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, our two quarterbacks in this one, both in new situations here in 2021. Teddy Bridgewater of the Broncos, Ryan Fitzpatrick of Washington.
And Brandon, I think for most of us, change can be a little bit scary, a little bit unsettling, but I think for both of these guys, change is going to be a good thing. They get a fresh start, clear out some of the negative thoughts, just go out and play football again. New situations, new opportunities.
Into the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. The Denver offense ready to take over for the first time. Get a look at their 8th-year quarterback. His first season as a Bronco, though, Teddy Bridgewater.
A Pro Bowl quarterback early in his career in Minnesota before a horrific knee injury slowed down his progress. He's a more than capable quarterback and makes the most of his opportunities when he's a starter in the NFL.
Play fake. Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Chase Young. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. This is the tight end Fant. That catch good for only a yard, and it will be 3rd down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down there, just 1 yard. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. DeAndre Carter back deep. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They'll call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense about ready to go to work. And at quarterback in his 17th season now in the NFL, piloting his 9th different franchise, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Fitzpatrick. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards there, good for a Washington 1st down.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on 1st down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick. And it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Fitzpatrick to throw it. That one caught. It's the rookie De'Ami Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Fitzpatrick again. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Draymond Jones in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So not only do you not get the 1st down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot, you just made my job a little tougher because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, as the Denver Broncos make their way back out here, CD, remember that they have not made the playoffs since winning the Super Bowl. That was when Peyton Manning was quarterback, and they've had 9 different starting quarterbacks since 2016, most in the NFL. Now, they're hoping that Teddy Bridgewater can come in and really get things back in the right direction.
And he has the trust of his head coach, Vic Fangio, and the staff and the rest of the team, and Teddy has a big chip on his shoulder because He played halfway decently for Carolina in 2020, and they didn't want him anymore because they said he couldn't close games, so I think he'll be determined to get that done. And Vic Fangio, as a head coach, he leans on his defense. That's his background. And how about the corners he has now? Acquiring Kyle Fuller and drafting Patrick Surtain Jr. I think that's a big-time move for them, and I think they will be improved in 2021.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside, but he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Bridgewater to throw it. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, Sutton, a nice catch. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Well, one way or the other, you knew they'd have to push the ball downfield on third and long, but I'm not sure the defense was expecting to push it that far downfield. Their math didn't add up, but it certainly did for the offense.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Play action now, Bridgewater. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Montez Sweat, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on first and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Now the handoff comes to Gordon, and he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Touchdown, Broncos! Noah Fant from 3 yards out, and the Broncos have taken the early lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field, but now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed, way harder to cover than before.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now it's Patterson. And he won't quite make it to the 25. As Washington rolls back out here on offense, Charles, let's look back and look ahead for the Washington football team. Remember, 2020, the NFC East was a mess. Washington ended up winning that division with a 7-9 record. Put a decent scare into the Bucs in the wild card round, but obviously Tampa went on to win that game. Do you see Washington as NFC East favorites in 2021?
I absolutely do. And, the head coach, Ron Rivera, knows how to win. They added Ryan Fitzpatrick for stability at the quarterback position. Antonio Gibson makes a big leap at running back. I think he's a 1,000-yard rusher if he stays healthy. I love Jerry McLaurin out wide, and they added Curtis Samuels, who played with him at Ohio State. I like what they've done there, but that defense is the key. Best defensive front in the NFC East, maybe in all of football. And they had the defensive rookie of the year last year in Chase Young. And in week 1 against the Chargers, he chases the offensive rookie of the year in quarterback Justin Herbert.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. Throwing Fitzpatrick to the right side and complete to Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Logan Thomas experienced a breakout season last year at the age of 29. Converted from playing quarterback, he finished 3rd among tight ends with 72 catches, and it certainly looks like his future is awfully bright.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. A run here for J.D. McKissick. McKissick a first down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 15 yards the pickup. First down Washington.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he will lose and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Denver has Deontay Spencer deep to return. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Denver's offense ready to go again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And the Broncos expected big things out of Jerry Jeudy, their #1 pick in 2020. But he really had to make a jump with the injury to Cortland Sutton. Almost 900 yards last year. A nice grab there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
From just shy of midfield, Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And does Washington have it? They do. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's second and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Third and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. A throw to the flat here from McKissick. And down inside the 15 he goes. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Second and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And Washington has taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half for your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. To return it, here's Deontay Spencer. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the second quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
And don't think they're not hearing about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive. It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make, and they can make big ones. They want the ball to help their team.
Yeah, you got to think he's going to want the ball more. 1 target, no catches. Jamin Davis, the rookie first-round pick, in on the tackle.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Escaping the pressure right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Throw the football, feel good about things, keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the pistol, they run with Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. To throw is Bridgewater. Got a man, it's Judy complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
That's a play that likely will be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. He's got his big tight end, Fant. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this 1st half. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Bridgewater on 1st down. Gets it to Gordon. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Throwing again on second down. Bridgewater. Pass incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Bridgewater. And this is going to be incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
Tight defense there on third down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
And McManus able to put it through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. Second quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
So far, just the single catch. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Fitzpatrick. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Denver. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, for Washington, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Second and 11. Here's Fitzpatrick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Very good as a rookie. Terry McLaurin was even better in 2020. 87 catches for over 1,100 yards. He is definitely wide receiver 1 for the Washington football team. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Fitzpatrick. Pass caught left side by Humphries. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Fitzpatrick. His throw incomplete. De'Ami Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Simmons. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Bridgewater. Sets up the screen to Gordon. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Jonathan Bostic with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on 2nd down. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
Led the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
This is our time. Our time.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Fitzpatrick to throw it. Staying on his feet. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Denver's offense now set to go.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Bridgewater. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw, Bridgewater.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Vic Fangio, an old-school coach, but he's going to go for it here on 4th. They're going to run. This is Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. All they needed was a yard there for the 4th down conversion, but they got to that second level, got a whole lot more than that.
And how many times have we seen this on 4th down? Defense stacks up near the line of scrimmage. If you pop there, you can go a long way, and that's exactly what we just saw.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. That is incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. This is caught, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Bridgewater to Sutton, first down Denver.
And unfortunately in 2020 in the season opener, Cortland Sutton tore his ACL. But remember, over 1,100 yards in 2019, his future is still awfully bright.
Williams.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
Gordon.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? There's always one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run with McKissick. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. Here's Fitzpatrick. Flushed out right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a first down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
On first down, it's Gibson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Turnover. That's what we do. 120. Let's go. 45. Mike, 45.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Fitzpatrick now. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a
tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And his throw here's incomplete.
Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for.
And now it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Bridgewater.
He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Bridgewater now.
And he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Bridgewater. Throw left side, complete. That's Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now he's forced out left. Broken tackle. And he slides to avoid the hit. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Jamin Davis there to bring him down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. To
throw is Bridgewater. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Throwing is Bridgewater. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown Broncos. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Broncos have retaken the lead.
A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Now it's Patterson.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Check, 47.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Watch it.
Fitzpatrick. He gets it to Thomas. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. He's got his target. It's Humphries. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Adam Humphries spent 4 years in Tampa and 2 in Tennessee. Knows how to operate out of the slot and find his way open downfield. Makes a good catch there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Fitzpatrick. And his pass incomplete.
Antonio Gibson, the intended target.
But it's going to be second down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
Deontay Spencer on the return from his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Second and 4.
Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater to throw it. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. That'll go as a 16-yard gain as they pick up the first. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Bridgewater. Open man is Gordon, complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they will take a knee here. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. Yeah, yikes, terrible kick, headed straight for the sidelines. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.